Hey, welcome back. My name's Victor, and this is Vibing with Victor. Hey, I wanted to take a quick moment, maybe about 45 minutes to an hour, and I just wanted to hang out and sort my cards and hang out and talk to you guys. If you've been hanging out and doing stuff with me during our Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 run, we just finished that up earlier in the week. And today we're just kind of hanging out and just sorting some magic cards because work kind of sucks and I wanted to actually just sort my magic cards and hang out with you guys. But if anyone wants to pop in or anything like that, just come in, say hi. And if not, that's cool. Totally understand. But we're just going to be sorting some random bulk that a friend of mine gave me and just hanging out. This is my playmat, one of my backup playmats. I actually washed my other playmat earlier today, and it's hanging up right now. So, yeah, it's just kind of chill hanging out. I didn't really push it out to anyone, but I just wanted to see, if anyone jumped in. If not, I'm just sorting my bulk right now. And we're getting ready on Thursday. We're going to start the Fable series. Let me grab that real quick. On Thursday, we're going to start playing Fable, actually. Fable on my Xbox 360. So sorry about running away real quick in the middle of the stream. But so far, what I have these all set up and ready to go to Card Kingdom. I have to input them in. But we're just kind of sorting out some cards and saying hello, seeing who shows up or not. But I didn't really expect anyone to hang out today, so we're just going live. We're kind of just going for it and see what happens. So, yeah, lately I just been hanging out, doing stuff. Like I said, because we just finished our Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 run, and it's been quite a run. So we got about 183 hours into Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and it was kind of wild. Just so you also know, if you do chat, it will show up on the screen, so just be aware. And then if you have any questions, just give me a holler, because I am always available to chat and hang. So yeah, I'm just sorting out these cards right now and putting them into piles. But yeah, so we did our Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 run. We had 183 hours into the actual gameplay. That was a lot. I took a break from, we're going to give Henry a break because he's been doing a lot of work lately. And also that means I've been doing a lot of work too with him. So just happy to hang out with you guys, and I just wanted to throw out some content. I don't think that anyone's actually going to show up, but let me throw this into our actual Discord, the link to this, and see if we can get any of the homies to join us. But if not, we're just hanging out, you and I, and it's just kind of chill. So I do want to say thanks for hanging, because this is kind of what we're doing today. It's not anything crazy, but if work sucks for you and you want to watch some random guy sort his magic cards, feel free to join me. I really appreciate it. But let's post the link right now in the Discord, and then I'll post the Discord link. Let me see here. Oh, we just got a comment here. Hold on a second. I'm posting this link, and then let me post this in the Discord, and let me post the Discord link right now. Okay, and close. Subatai, hey, nice to have you, man. Yeah, it's just always happy to hang out with you. Haven't heard much from Boomer either. Yeah, I was surprised. Let me post this in the chat here. Hold on, I got the chat pulled up in two different things right next to my let me see.
Subatai, hey, nice to have you, man.
Sorry,
it's just always
got an echo, and there we go. Okay, so I had the chat pulled up in a different stream here, so I can just make sure that I am not losing it here. But yeah, the chat will show up on the screen. But yeah, Super Ty, nice to have you here. I'm just sorting out my magic cards and talking about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And obviously on Thursday, we're going to be starting the Fable run, and I have to uh, set up my office for the actual run. And if you can't, you're not going to be able to see this, but over here on this side of the screen is a ton of magic cards. And I was like, I got to move these magic cards to put up my new setup um, for the new game that we're going to play, Fable. I have to actually set up a TV in here. And I'm like, I got to sort through these magic cards and get rid of these. So I can, actually, be ready for the game on Thursday. So, yeah, we're going to do the game on Thursday, but like I was saying earlier, sorry to ramble. This is kind of just a chill out and hang, and I'm just sorting out my magic cards because one of my dudes that I play with on a regular basis, my good friend Nate, he gave me a bunch of random cards from Ravnica, and I've been sitting here just trying to sort them out and put them into a cell binder. Not a cell binder, but a cell list that I'm going to be selling them to Card Kingdom here. But yeah, we're just kind of hanging out, just doing stuff. If work sucks, totally get it. And Subatai, good to have you here, dude. As usual, it's good to have some of the homies with me. And I also posted the Discord if anyone wants to join, but you don't have to. And let me see here. Why is it not letting me do this? All right, cool. So let's move this over a little bit. There we go. Yeah, so like I said, we're just kind of chilling. So he gave me 3 binders. And he gave me 3 binders, like good old fashioned binders from like the late 2000s. And he's like, hey, let's go through these and see if there's anything in here that's worth it. But yeah, just been kind of doing that in my downtime, and also been planning on, how are we going to play? What's it going to look like when we play Fable? What's it going to look like when we move forward in story? I don't want to do 13-hour runs anymore. I don't want to do that. That's pretty rough. It was a pretty rough stream, but we did it. It took us 13 and a half hours to finish up all the gameplay in the Kingdom Come, but that's done now. And how are we actually going to move forward? How are we going to tell a story? How are we going to share time with Fable? I've just been kind of thinking about that, and I want to make sure that, I provide a space to hang out with the homies, and that's kind of what we're doing right now. So let's just put this here. If anyone wants any of these cards, feel free to put it in chat or something, or in the Discord, hit me up on the one-on-one, and I'll be happy to send you these cards instead of selling them to Card Conduit or to Card Kingdom, because if you want to play them, it might be better. But like I said earlier, we're just sorting out random cards today. And I was like, it's not the best content, but hey, it's still hang content. And that's what we were going for. Last night I played this deck that I just built. If you know me, and I have all my deck lists actually linked in the description. But I built this deck called Cover Band. And all my decks have band names in them, or they're named after bands somehow. So this one's called Cover Band because it's playing your deck. It's copying your deck mostly. So that's why I called it Cover Band. I have a couple of other ones, like I have Snake Jazz. I just retired Machine Gun Kelly yesterday. And then I also have, Linkin Park, Evanescence, and a couple of other ones. So if you guys want me to pull those out, I'll definitely show you. But I have my deck list if you're interested in Magic the Gathering. But as you could tell, this is not a Magic the Gathering actual, podcast. This is just kind of, I usually just play games and I stream games, but Some people actually like, little stuff like this. This is a peek behind the door. This is what it is. This is what it's like to actually hang out with me. We just kind of do stuff like this, and we just chill. So that's what we do. There's 3 copies of every card, basically, in this sort that I'm doing right now, because back in standard you have 4 copies of every card, and basically what this guy did is he traded 1 binder of his 4, and then he kept 1. So he kept 3. So now I have 3 copies of every single one of these cards, and it's not crazy, but like I took them all out of the binders, and I didn't realize that they were literal copies of every single one of them. I thought that they were 3 different binders, and that's just because I don't play a lot of like regular Magic, so I play Commander. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, that's kind of what we do. But also I do a lot of streaming, and that's why I've been doing lately is I'm just totally doing streams lately. But what I have been running into with this, especially in the streams, and I was talking about this earlier, I've been doing like 6 to 13 hour streams, and it's been just wearing me out. So when we do the Fable, we're going to keep them to about 3 to 5 hours, just so Victor gets some sleep on a regular basis. But I want to say thanks for the people hanging. Super Ty came, and then also it looks like we have some other random people showing up, but this is just kind of hang content. This is all it is. So if work sucks, you want to hang out, that's cool. But we're just kind of chilling out and just watching Victor sort some cards and talk and ramble about, the new thing that we're going to do. And the new thing that we're going to do, like I was saying earlier, is we're going to be playing Fable. We're going to hang out. We're going to keep the streams going. We're going to keep things fun and interactive. Today is just kind of a chill day. I was working on a project, and then I decided, you know what, work kind of sucks. I want to sort some Magic cards instead. So here we are. All right, downsize. I got 3 of those. Like I said, there's 3 copies of everything, and I'm basically there at this point. I think I've kind of figured it out. We're almost done with all of these. The Fairy Imposters. There's a couple in here that kind of slipped out already because I had a couple slip out of the actual binder itself. So there might be 1 or 2 that don't have a copy, but this is a copy of all of them, it looks like. Buster Ball. Any more Buster Balls? I don't see any. Mizzix Skin, Swarm Copy, Chronic Flooding. Alright, cool. So these are kind of sorted now. I'll go throw them in here, and then I'll put them into the buy list or the sell list. But yeah, I'm not a Magic the Gathering content guy. I do a lot of streams. So I want to thank you for hanging out with me. We got Super Ty on. We were talking about, we haven't seen another creator that we both like. His name's Boomer. We haven't seen him recently, but he's a good guy to follow. Let me put Subutai stuff in the description here. But he does Hellish Court, and I think on Thursday he's doing a tournament with Hellish Court. And Hellish Court, if you never played it, it's a dueling simulator. So he's going to be doing a dueling simulator on Thursday, I think. And if not, I'm not volunteering him if he wasn't planning on doing that, but that's kind of his schedule. He's also another content creator that I like to hang out with. So, but want to say hi to everyone, and we're just chilling out and doing the thing. I already did one of these, so I know that one's going to be different. Did one of those. Yeah, but we're just kind of sorting cards and hanging out. I just noticed, I was looking around, and I'm like, there's not much going on. Oh, here we go. Super tight. That's the plan. Yeah, no worries. Friday on Venator's channel too. Okay, cool. I actually follow Venator, so I'll check that one out too. So I just gave Venator a subscribe a couple of days ago, and I was watching his content, so that was pretty fun. But here we go. We got an Angel of Serenity. I'm a huge Magic guy, but I grew up and we didn't play Magic. And then I think it was like 2011, I got into Magic. And, standard, it rotates every 2 years, and now they just changed it to rotating to every 3 years. And it's really hard to actually keep up with it, but like, there's just so much going on you got to do. You have to like totally sort your cards, and you got to keep up with the meta, and it changes every couple of months, every couple of years. But like, let me, as I'm rambling, I'm going to go in here and add Subutai and Boomer and Venator to the channel here, so you guys can find it in the description. But what I didn't play any Magic because like I kind of salted out, and I went to this Magic competition. I think it was like 2013 or something. And I used to like have all my cards set up on a table because I like the collector style of it. You have to collect it. You actually have to do it. And I was building this deck, and I was all ready to go. And then I go to this competition, and I forgot my deck, and I had grabbed like a box of like lands or something like that instead of my actual Magic deck. So I had to make a deck real fast, and it's a tournament. I end up like losing the tournament, obviously, because like I had nothing good. But while I was there, like I walked in and I had my girlfriend with me, and she played Magic too. And like what I did was like, so I lost, and this guy kept on like talking shit to me the whole time. And I guess he was like threatened or something because I had a girlfriend or something like that. But like, he was just talking shit the whole time to me. And he had an Invader Zim shirt on, a pink bandana, and a baby in a baby carriage next to him. And he was like the coolest guy in the shop. And the shop was it was like stereotypical Magic. And they had a sign on the shop door that said, and it was printed out, and it said, "If you didn't shower today, you're not allowed to play." And then in Sharpie written below that, it was that means soap and water, not Axe body spray. And I was like, oh my God, like it was like the worst experience that I had in Magic. And it totally turned me off to Magic for like 10 something years. And then I got into Magic last year because I had a buddy, and he's like, hey, you want to like get back into Magic? We're playing this format called Commander, where you have to have one of each card, and you don't have to rotate. And I'm like, oh, actually that kind of works for me because I don't want to rotate anymore. So that's kind of how it worked, and that's how I got back into Magic. But I thought it was kind of funny because I was totally turned off by just people playing Magic and stuff like that, because I'm like, hey, I'm cooler than that. I'm not a nerd. I'm a stealth nerd, as I call myself. But yeah, that's kind of what happened. So I'm adding now this to the chat, but that's just a quick little anecdote, and just sorry for the story, but here you go. That's what you get because we're just hanging out today. Let me add that to the chat. I just tagged Subutai, Boomer, and actually Venator to see if you have any questions or anything, or you want to talk to them or follow their content. I tag them so you can see them. But like I was saying earlier, Subutai is going to be let me see. Oh, that kind of jumbled together, but here you go. here's a link to all my decks, and then at the same time here is a, oh, that didn't work. Oh, my deck list. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, good. So that's a link to my decks, and then also friends of the channel are Subutai, Idiot, and Venator. So there you go. Cool. Now let's go back to the sorting instead of the rambling. But where were we? We were just sorting cards and hanging out. So let's see. So I got back into Magic, and then I actually ran into my friend Nate at Mox over here in Ballard, because we live in the Seattle area. He moved, but before he moved, he gave me all these cards, and he's like, hey, you should like sort out these cards and see if you can get any store credit for this. And I'm like, well, it sounds like a horrible project and definitely something I'm interested in, so here we are doing it. All right, fencing, martial law. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're just kind of hanging out and sorting cards and chatting, telling pointless stories about how I'm better than the nerds. And, you know, here I am having a YouTube channel where I, you know, stream content and everything, but definitely I'm better than the nerds, you know. But yeah, we're just kind of hanging out. But it's good to do things. I like having nerdy hobbies like this. This one's a little bit different. I always don't know what to talk about when I'm doing something like this, because we're not playing through anything, but I'm just chatting, you know. But yeah, we're just doing the do here. But yeah, that kind of turned me off to Magic for a while. That whole experience at that game shop. But don't be intimidated by game shops, man. Like, some of the best people I've ran into are Magic players, and I definitely believe that. Like, there's a lot of people out there that are really good at this game, and I've met some really good friends and made some really good friends doing this. Like, I really like it. Like, one card shop that I'll shout out, and this is a smaller one, but it's over in the Kenmore area. And if you don't know me, I live in Seattle, but it's over in the Kenmore area, and it's called Over the Brick. And those guys, like, I've made a lot of good friends there, and it's been one of those things that I really like finding the people that I can hang out with and be myself around. And that's the same thing about being on the screen. Because, you know, me, I'm just another guy like you, and I just want to play video games and hang with my friends. So that's what we do. We're kind of aiming for about 45 minutes to an hour, because like I said earlier, it's just me kind of rambling and telling random stories, but Magic adjacent stories at least. But last night I played with my regular pod, and we were playing on Spell Table. And Spell Table is how you play virtual Magic. But it was kind of fun because I took over my friend's board. I took his turn, and then I gave him my turn. And it's kind of rude, but, you know, it was still a fun little play. So I smiled about it. But we have our own little inside joke right now about stuff like that. And just, it's always fun to keep things rolling like that. You know, that's always enjoyable. So if you guys want to have any questions about the cards or anything, or you want to talk about the decks that I build, I'll definitely tell you. But as I said earlier, this is just kind of rambling at this moment, and we're just hanging out. So right, let's see. I don't think any more of the homies are going to come on, but whatever. We're just chilling and sorting cards. So yeah, but the next big push to the channel, like I was saying earlier, is we're going to be playing Fable. We're doing a full playthrough. We're going to play Fable 1 through 3. And I'm gotta set up everything in my office here for the capture card. So if anyone has any recommendations for that, I'd love it. But if not, that's okay. I'll figure it out, I guess. But yeah, I got a capture card. It came in the mail a couple of days ago, so I got to get that set up. Let's see here. Swift Justice. There we go. Let me show you it real quick. It's this capture card that came from Amazon. And it's a video capture 4K USB. And let's see. I gotta get this set up for the Fable run. Because we're going to use my Xbox 360 to play all the Fables. And one of the guys on the channel was like, hey, you got to make sure that that Xbox is alive. And I was like, dude, I play my Xbox every like week or two. So I got to get this thing set up. Oh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. This is not a video review channel, but yeah, this is the capture card that I'm going to be using to play the Fable. What is this? This is about $40 on Amazon, but we'll see how it works. It has a couple of HDMI outputs and inputs, as well as a USB 3 and a 3.1 mic and headphones jack. So hopefully it comes with the cards. Yeah, it comes with some cords in here, and looks like we got an HDMI 2 and a USB HDMI converter in there. So that's not a bad thing. It was about $40, and like I said earlier, we're not trying to just review stuff in here or sort magic cards, but this is just general stuff for the channel because we're going to be moving into Fable and we're playing the Xbox 360 for that. And it's just kind of fun because we're going to be, that's the next little adventure that we're doing because we're hanging it up with, we just hung it up with our boy Henry during Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 because we've done pretty much everything in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 that's possible at the moment. Yeah, we've done everything. If you have been following my channel at all, we had like 183 hours on stream for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. These are all sorted now. There's only 2 of each because, like I was telling you earlier, the all of this got mixed up earlier. But yeah, these are all ready to go. And now we're going to enter him into our Card Kingdom. But we're just kind of hanging out and kind of talking about everything. So let me move this over here. Maybe we'll keep on going and sort a little more cards. Maybe that's what we need to do. Let's sort a couple more cards. Let's see what we got. I got this pile of cards here that I got to go through and see if I'm going to keep them or not. But let's do that. Let's sort some more cards. I have 3 more boxes, so if we need more content and you guys like this, we could just keep it going. Okay, so we got Mindlink Mech. This is from the Kamigawa. It becomes crude. It becomes a copy of anything else except it's non-legendary, and it's a 4/3. This might be good towards the end of the year when they're doing the push with the new Edge of the Universe. We have Tooth and Nail. We're going to keep that. We're going to keep a Kadama's Reach. I kind of am thinking about trading out this Caldosius Assassin. It's from the 40k set. I always need a Mind Stone. I got a Blink, a Commander Sphere. We need that. Is it Signet? We need that. We're keeping as many counters as possible. Obscura Charm. I like that. I like to use that. I need this land. Gixian Probe and Temporal Orb. I'm making a CEDH deck, so that's a competitive deck, so I'm going to need that. I'm going to keep that. Ichor Moon Gauntlet. This is something that I've been thinking about if I really need this or not. But this is a really good proliferate one here. So whenever you cast a non-creature spell, choose a counter on target permanent, put an additional counter of that kind on that permanent. So this is really good in anything that does like a proliferate, or you have a planeswalker, and also it can be your planeswalkers you control have proliferate and take an extra turn on them. So I kind of wanted to run that, but I haven't quite gotten it. Terminus, put all creatures on the bottom of its owner's libraries, and you can play it for Miracle. Miracle is if you have it on top of your deck and it's the first card you pull, you can play it at that point in time. Got a Solemn Simulacrum, we're going to keep that. Force Fruition, this is one of my favorite cards. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, they draw 7 cards. It's a really fast way for them to mill themselves out. We'll keep that. We'll keep this. Guardian of Faith. It's good to phase out all my stuff. We keep all of our counter spells because you always need it. So we're going to keep this stuff. Collector's Vault, we'll keep that. Soul Talisman, Thran Dynamo, we're going to keep that. Keep. Oh, I think I picked up my keep pile. This is my keep pile here. All right, so let's do this then. Relic of Legends, we'll keep that. Commander Sphere, I think I already have a couple. Keep the Vexing. Puzzle Box, Stone Speaker, we'll keep that. Identity Thief, we'll get rid of that. I don't need that. Okay. But yeah, the next run, like I was saying, for the next run that we're going to do for our streams, for video streams, we're going to do what is it? We're going to do Fable. And I was just talking about the capture card that I have. I gotta clear some space on my desk. That's why I'm sorting out my magic cards right now. But yeah, this is the capture card. And we'll see how that works out. But yeah, if you're interested in joining us for the Fable run, give me a follow or a subscribe. Appreciate you hanging out with us. And then at the same time, I know that this is like slightly different content right now. If you're used to my channel, usually I'm streaming videos or gameplay. So we're going to be doing that next. Frantic Search. I never play this card, but I know it's good. Shield Broker, we'll get rid of that. This is a pretty good one. You can have it enter. It puts a shield counter on something, and then you gain control of something if you want. We're going to keep the... Let's get rid of the... What are we going to get rid of? I'm trying to get rid of cards instead of keeping cards right now. Let's get rid of Dissolve. It's a really bad counter spell. Try to keep as many counter spells as possible. This is a fun one. Keep Watch. Draw cards for each attacking creature. That's pretty good. We'll keep that. We'll keep this. Soul Shatter. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Archmage Emeritus. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, you can draw a card. I wanted to build this guy right here. I wanted to build this guy from the Tarkir set. Tyagam, Master Opportunist. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy it and then exile the other spell with 4 time counters on it. If it doesn't have suspend, it gains suspend. So it would work kind of like this. Like I cast this spell for 2, and then I choose to put out a Frantic Search with my second spell. I exile this spell, I make a copy of it, and then in 4 turns I get another one of these. So I was like, oh, that would be really fun, but it would be a lot of like keeping track of things with dice. But it would be kind of fun. So like with this one, so I get 2 frantic searches out of that. Or I could do, you know, I cast this one and then I cast this guy, and then in 4 turns I'm going to get a copy of this guy. So I get the copy now, and in 4 turns I'm going to get the real guy. So this guy's out here, this guy's sitting over here. In 4 turns I'm going to be able to get him, but I have a copy of him right now. So it would be a fun one. I don't think it's worth very much money, but like it was up there in some lists, but it was pretty cool. So but yeah, I haven't, the guys I play Magic with, they don't really want to play on video yet, so I can't stream any of my any of that content at the moment, because like no one wants to actually play that. So they don't want to get it in between, you know, the fun that we have together kind of thing. So it makes sense because we have a lot of fun and we're good friends, so we don't want to, you know, just kind of, you know, play a game only for content. So Tyrant Scorn, I think I'm gonna keep that. I like that. Shadow of a Doubt, that's a keep. Another round, exile any number of creatures you want. I like that. Let's keep this guy. We're gonna get rid of this guy. I don't think I'll ever use him. Doesn't really make sense. This is fun. This is an Ether Sworn Canonist. This is a Staxy card, so you can only play, each player can only play 1 non-artifact creature, 1 non-artifact per turn. Gonna keep this one. We're gonna keep Mana Flare, Bolas Citadel, Swirling Mist. As you can tell, I got a little bit of firepower here. I've been playing the game for a bit. We're gonna do Careful Study. Going to keep this one. We're going to keep this Tolarian Winds. Got a land. We'll put it over there so I can sort it later. This is a fun one. This is an interesting one. Disciple of Akalis Nin. When it enters the battlefield, starting with me, each player chooses 5 things on their board to keep, and then the rest phase out. So it's just like, hey, do you want to keep your lands? What do you want to do? So it's kind of fun. We're going to keep this. Semblance Anvil, I'm going to keep that. But yeah, if you have questions on Magic, I'll be happy to tell you or educate you. Here's a Karn. This is a really good card. Karn, its toughness is equal to the mana value of artifacts you control at the greatest level, and then at the beginning of your upkeep, add colorless mana for each artifact you control. Can only be spent to cast non-artifact spell. Can only be spent on artifact spells. So that one's fun. I think I might put him in the trade binder. I haven't decided yet. Time Stream. We'll see how it goes. Past in Flames. Oh yeah, this is one I was going to give my friend because he plays a Kaikar deck and it kind of fits his style of play. All right, let's get rid of this guy. Get rid of this one. But yeah, what we're doing today is we're just kind of doing a chat and hang. Because, you know, if your work sucks, you want to just kind of hang out. This is what we're doing. Because this is all going to be sold to, or traded in to, what is it? Card Kingdom, because Card Kingdom's literally right next to my house. So the main reason why we're doing this is because I have too many cards. I'm going to get rid of Mystic Confluence. It's too much mana. And then I guess we can get rid of those Shield Brokers because I'm not playing it very much. Okay. But yeah. So the next big push with the channel, like I was saying, is we're going to be playing Fable. That's the next big playthrough. We just did Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. It was 183 hours of streamed content, so if you want to watch that on my channel, you can definitely watch it. But what we're going to do next is we're going to play all the Fables, starting with Fable 1. We got a capture card ready. I got to set that up right now. And I went and I bought it, and it was 45 bucks, as you can tell here. So hopefully it works. But yeah, the Xbox is working pretty well, but like now I'm more worried about like, is this gonna work, you know? Is the actual game gonna work or not? We're gonna complete the circuit in the trade binder in the cell, and all this has to be entered into my card sale database, and it's freaking annoying, but it's kind of what I do right now. Put that aside. If anyone likes bulk, I'd be happy to send this to you. Just put it in the mail and it'll come your way. There's a Discord if you want to hang out. Feel free to give us a follow or a like or a subscribe if you want to watch some Fable content. But this is kind of the end. It was just a quick little hangout. That's what we were kind of aiming for. I want to thank everyone for hanging out today. Supatai showed up. Really appreciate it. And then at the same time, make sure you check out his content on Thursday, because on Thursday he's going to be competing in a tournament on Hellish Court, and that is a dueling simulator if you never played it before. But I want to thank you for coming. My name is Victor from Vibing with Victor, and as you can tell, this is my brand, and I want to have you on my channel more. So welcome. Please show up more. We just sorted my cards for about 45 minutes, and I gotta get back to work, so I appreciate it. We'll probably do one of these a week. I just wanted to see kind of how it worked out and stuff like that. But I want to thank you for joining me, and thanks for hanging. Give me a subscribe, and we're going to play some Fable 3 on Thursday. Fable 1 actually on Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I'm going to be posting that the schedule later this week, and I kind of wanted to run this through and see how it worked. But thanks guys for hanging out. We're just going to call it now because this was supposed to be just a quick little hang. So thanks.